Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering VCT America Stage 2 playoffs. For this occasion, I'm here accompanied by Xepa of Cloud9, who are coming off of a first round upper bracket loss to Crew Esports, thus getting eliminated from said competition. Xepa, really appreciate you taking the time first and foremost. And I mean, coming off of a series like that, with it meaning the end of the season, I just want to ask you the obvious. How are you feeling?
Not great, like it's been so close, but yet so far to qualify to any of these events. I'm happy with the teammates, happy with the coaching staff, and Jack, of course. I wouldn't have any other way except for qualifying to the events. So at the end of the day, very close.
Very close, but yet very so far. It's been a repeated case within this Cloud9 team, as you've been saying a little bit earlier on. How frustrating is it for you to just have to come so close, despite having another promising start to the year and just having it end like this?
It's nothing, can't be happy about it the way we go out, And the only thing I would obviously change is for us to qualify. And, at the end of the day, we could always do more. Could have won, could have done a little more in the game and the matches. But, at the end of the day, I hope I get to stay with the 5, instead of last-minute changes or whatever it is. That's been happening the last 2 seasons. But I look forward to competing again if it would have me.
I want to have a little bit of a check to the series overall. Of course, losing in map 1, having to thwart off Crew's comeback in map 2, and then obviously losing in map 3. Just sort of on an overall sense, what do you think was the biggest issues that affected the team in the series against Crew?
Honestly, not so sure. I feel like Abyss, we should have closed it out. Maybe some close runs that we should have won. Lotus, we're up 12-1, came 12-11. We pulled out the victory. And then Haven, I think Haven, they prepped pretty well. Probably didn't expect Kesen on Neon, but I don't know how much that would have changed. We kind of knew probably what they're going to play because it's like the meta comp. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I feel like Abyss and Lotus for sure was ours, and Haven was theirs.
I just want to touch a little bit on Abyss. Of course, the first time seeing the map in this league is sort of what led to you guys just choosing it. Was it just because of the fact that it's so new that not anyone, nobody in America so far has played it yet, that you felt it kind of gave you guys the edge to just bust it out for this match?
To a certain extent, I think we knew obviously Crew didn't play Bind, so we're just prepping Abyss, and Abyss looked great in practice. And at the end of the day, it was either be Abyss or Bind, depending on what they banned. So we were comfortable with both those maps. We knew Abyss or Bind was gonna be played. We knew they were gonna play Lotus, but in Haven. So
I want to ask also about map 2. Starting off very well, 12-1, going so close to the end of the series, made one thing that is going to be a pretty short series, but Crew made that comeback. In some ways, one might say it led to just it being the foundation of just the overall end of the series with Crew coming out on top. What do you think went wrong for you guys in that second half that kind of led to Crew's near comeback?
We're up 12-1. I feel like everybody was maybe thought the game was over, but I think as the rounds kept going, I think people, our teammates and the whole, kind of wanted to end the round and end the game as fast as they can. There's a lot of solo plays that happen in defense. Probably looking back at it, there are rounds where we probably should have held the ults or retake together as a team and not rush things. So I feel like individual plays and mistakes are kind of what made them came back.
Do you feel like Crew being so close, despite the early start, do you feel that kind of affected how the team would play in map 3, in terms of momentum and it kind of spilling over to map 3?
I'm not sure. I'm not on their team, I can say that we were confident no matter what. At the end of the day, we won the map even if they did come back, And I could say for our team that coming into map 3, we were very confident we were going to win the series.
And I want to just cover the year overall. Like I said before, promising start to the C9 team in 2024 made one thing that, you guys were going to come out of that shell of not being able to make a deep run in playoffs and then also making Masters and Champions. To go from that to this, what do you think is the biggest issues that affected the team, specifically in that second half of the year?
I think just like most teams are, communication, team play. I think those were the two focus on what we were trying to fix throughout the whole season. Can't say for this series. I feel like in this series, everybody kind of gave it their all. to a certain extent. Of course, we could have played better and certain things we could have done better. But I think everybody in this team played with their hearts, and I mean that's all you can ask for.
What do you think the team could have done differently overall this year? Not just focusing on today.
It's hard to say. Like I said, we're focused on just the basic fundamentals, communication, and things like that. Trading and spacing, things like that. There are many things we as a team, and I'm sure many other teams can fix on, but it's hard to say in this moment.
Of course, just want to ask now about the future. I mean, coming off of a series like this does, as I said before, ends your year pretty early, pretty disappointingly early. Prefer to finish it much later, but still, such how it is in a game like this. I mean, what's next for you?
Next for me, I have no idea. I live my life day by day. So, I mean, maybe we practice in a week or 2 weeks, but for sure, we're probably going to have a break in between.
I mean, where do you kind of look at the future of this roster, given the fact that, finishing earlier on in Stage 2 playoffs is not the result that I believe nobody in the team wanted. So how do you kind of look at the future of this team?
I mean, promising, I think we showed our peak and we showed our lowest. And the only thing you can do from this time on is learn through experience. And I'm glad that everybody on this team, and especially me, I mean, sucks to lose, but at the end of the day, you learn. And I think learning is like the biggest thing. And hopefully everybody, me, myself, remember this loss and try to, win next time.
What do you think is the one thing that the team has to learn from now until next year?
Again, team play, communication, fundamentals, things like that. That was about it.
Sure, I understand. Well, Zeppa, as I said, this wraps up the year. Pretty tough to wait to go down, like I said before. But still, really do appreciate you and the rest of the team giving me this chance to cover you guys for the entire year. Even though you're coming off of an elimination like this, really do appreciate you taking the time. That said, I got no more questions to ask. Do you have any final words to share to anyone that's out there in the world?
Of course, thank you for having me on this interview. But I appreciate everybody who came through and supported C9 and watched throughout their whole season and who was rooting for us. Sorry to say, couldn't bring it home, but hopefully next season.
Hopefully next season, indeed. And thank you so much, Zeppa.
Thank you.